Hi guys, so Priti Patel, the Home Secretary, delivered another word salad. Just words strung together in some mishmash, not making any sense. But she was asked about this uplift to universal credit. So this extra £20 that's going to help people a little bit during the pandemic. Now, she was asked, is she going to scrap it? And she wasn't able to answer the question.
That's right.
In terms of universal credit, are you planning to scrap that £20 a week uplift that you put in
Well,
place?
first of all, let me pay tribute to everybody that's been working within the welfare system.
Okay. What's that got to do with the universal credit uplift? Are you going to scrap it? Well, let me start off by thanking, John at the back office, and Paul over there, who's at reception, and Anna, who does a great job at the photocopying machine. Let's thank all of these people so I can use this as a distraction, for your actual question.
To give people the support that the vulnerable need and have needed throughout this pandemic. It actually shows that the universal credit system and our welfare system, in the face of adversity and huge challenges, it's absolutely delivering for.
Okay, it's absolutely delivering. This has nothing to do with the question that was asked. It's interesting that she's, commending the people who work in the office, when she has been accused of bullying, actually convicted of, I think the report came out and said that she was bullying her staff.
People. It is right that we've had the uplift to UC. That is a lifeline, along with the £280 billion.
Okay, but are you going to scrap it? That's not, you're saying, yes, this great uplift, this was a great help to many people. Okay, it was. Are you going to scrap it?
Of support, financial support that's been put in across the economy for vulnerable communities. Clearly that is working and that is continuing, and it's right that we as a government focus on making sure that those in need are getting the help and support, and that is happening.
Okay, but that's not the question.
You're planning to abstain on tonight's vote. What message do you think that sends to families who will be struggling around the country?
Well, I think first of all, for families struggling around the country, they are getting the support, and you've already heard me say.
Okay, but he's talking here about the uplift. The Labour Party are putting forward a motion to extend the uplift, and you are abstaining from that. Now, what sort of message, Priti Patel is saying, look, we care about the poor. We care about people on universal credit. I'll show you the reality in a moment. Remember, the rhetoric and the record are two separate things. But she's saying we care about the poor, we care about the working class, we care about people on universal credit, we're looking after them.
£280 billion of support, economic and financial support, is going across the country to businesses but also to vulnerable individuals. We've got grant schemes, we've got universal credit, the uplift there, and that is vital. We've got a range.
Yes, but it's going to be removed. This is a question about the uplift. It's not talking about universal credit. It's talking about this uplift.
Of measures, and that is being delivered by DWP, who've been doing a fantastic job on this. In terms of debates in Parliament, this is an opposition day debate today. That's not going to change legislation, and I think it's a sorry.
Yeah, so it's not good. So they're presenting something that's honourable, and we're going to not respect that. You could say, look, the party. I'm not going to vote with the party. I believe that these people who are on universal credit, who have been receiving this £20 uplift, I care about them and I'm going to support them. Boris Johnson has told me to abstain, but I think the honourable thing is to defy the whip and vote with the Labour Party. But she won't do that.
State of affairs actually that the Labour Party wants to play politics right now, when we have a government that's delivering not just on the people's priorities, but actually delivering on making sure that those in need are getting the help and support that they absolutely need because of coronavirus.
This is just, so she's going to take away this support, this £20 support a week. The Labour Party are putting forward a motion to extend it. She's saying that it's a good thing. And now she's saying that the Labour Party are playing party politics by wanting to extend something that the Conservative Party have put in place. This doesn't make any sense. Of course, it makes sense if you're a career politician like Priti Patel. Now let's have a look at Priti Patel's voting record on welfare and benefits. Now, she has said this government is interested, is determined to make sure that people on universal credit are respected and they have all the support they need. So let's have a look at her record. She has 14 votes for and 0 votes against and 4 abstentions between the years 2011 and 2018 when it came to almost always voting for reducing the housing benefit for social tenants deemed to have excess bedrooms, and which Labour called the bedroom tax. Okay. Consistently voted against raising welfare benefits, at least in line with prices. She voted 0 times for, 5 times against. So this was benefits for welfare, people on welfare, that it would not that they were going to win some sort of, jackpot. It was that the benefits would increase in line with prices. She voted against that. Almost always voted against paying higher benefits over longer periods to those who are unable to work due to illness or disability. So she had 13 votes against, 2 abstentions. 0 votes for. She never voted to increase benefits for people who are ill or disabled. I know this is not a surprise when we think about Priti Patel, okay? But I think it's important that we look at it. So ignore what she's saying. That's what's very important here. Ignore what the politicians are saying. The politicians are blah, blah, blah all the time, whether it's to the media or whether it's in Parliament. Ignore that. Stop listening to that. Look at their record. She consistently voted for making local councils responsible for helping those in financial need. So this is offloading responsibility for looking after people in financial need from central government to local government. Consistently voted for a reduction in spending on welfare benefits. She had 50 votes for reducing benefits, spending on welfare benefits. You can see here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says 50 votes for, 0 votes against, and 4 abstains. She abstained 4 times. Okay? 50 votes for a reduction in welfare benefits. And she said that, but we care about the people on universal credit. Almost always voted against spending public money to create guaranteed jobs for young people who have been a long time unemployed. So there were 4 votes for, and she abstained twice. So once again, stop listening to what these charlatans have to say and start looking at their record. Priti Patel is a career politician. Now, she's voting in line with the party because she wants maybe someday to become Prime Minister. If that involves throwing poor people, throwing people on universal credit under a bus, then she'll definitely do that. She wants to be perhaps the next Margaret Thatcher, perhaps even worse than Margaret Thatcher. In order to do so, she has to build her credibility within the party. And if the party says, we're going to cut welfare benefits for poor people, do you support that? She says, of course I do. I don't care about poor people. I care about my position within the party. It's disgusting behavior, and it's even more disgusting that the media don't hold... Look, if I was a journalist, I would print out... Look, I'll show you the page again. I would print this out, and I would ask them, please explain to me, so you told us that you care about people on universal credit. Okay, explain to me, why did you vote against this? Why did you vote? Now, she'd end up walking away or something. She wouldn't be able to answer this because it would be, she would see, okay, this is the reality, and it comes into complete conflict with the crap that I'm talking. Priti Patel is a charlatan, just like Boris Johnson, just like Michael Gove, just like Matt Hancock. They're there to improve their position in the government, to eventually become Prime Minister or something similar in the future. And I think it's important that it's called out, and their record is always examined. Compare the rhetoric with their record. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?